Hi, all. Welcome to the Academy of Emotional Intelligence. In this video, we'll be discussing about listening as an essential skill. The popular LinkedIn research suggests that barely 8% of the managers or leaders at work listen to their employees. In other words, over 90% of the managers or leaders are found to be poor or have or found to have failed in exercising listening at work. On the other hand, it was seen that over 90% of the organizations in a survey have have agreed to have spent um, into some or the other kind of training, intervention, or a development program uh, for listening skills among the employees, managers, and leaders, only to see that such interventions have been of no avail. Now, why is listening considered such an essential skill? Firstly, it was seen that the organizations that have been seen to be exercising healthy listening practices were 9 times more likely to meet or exceed their financial targets. A same research by this organization called Perceptics suggests that organizations with healthy listening culture are seen to be 8 times more likely to adapt to change as compared to those who do not. Likewise, the organizations with healthy listening practices, healthy listening culture, are seen to be 8 times more likely to innovate effectively. Other than these visible advantages, listening is seen to have been engendering trust among the employees. Listening contributes to compassion between the leader and the subordinates. Listening contributes to the team trust. It strengthens the team camaraderie. Listening, culture of listening, is seen to be contributing towards stronger engagement among the employees. While those were the benefits of listening, what makes it such a challenging exercise? What makes it such a difficult thing? Now, for hearing, probably if you have to hear out to somebody, it just needs a pair of healthy ears, a healthy cochlea, a healthy eardrum or a tympanic membrane, and healthy ossicles is all you need for the ear to operate and hear out to somebody. In fact, one healthy ear is good enough to gather the sound. But listening is much more than hearing. It's not just about a pair of ears. Listening needs a pair of brains, the frontal and the temporal. Listening needs a pair of systems, the cortical and the limbic. Listening requires a pair of neural components, the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala. Listening needs a pair of intelligences, cognitive and emotional. The point we are trying to drive home is for listening to happen effectively, emotional intelligence of the individual is as much important as is the cognitive intelligence of the person. So, listening is not an independent competency in itself, it is a factor of emotional intelligence of the person. And hence, no matter whatsoever number of training programs you put your people into, unless you address the emotional intelligence of your people, managers, or leaders, listening is far less likely to improve. In other words, an emotionally intelligent person, manager, leader, or a team member, is more likely to naturally exercise listening more effectively, comprehensively, empathetically towards the employees as compared to a person who is not so emotionally intelligent, as it requires some essential requisites like being aware of one's own limitations, being aware of oneself emotionally, managing oneself, managing one's own thought processes, managing one's own mindfulness, aligning the cognitive and the emotional brains consciously, effectively, and then trying to understand the other person. All these are the fundamental components of emotional intelligence, which is why the fact that listening is an inalienable factor of emotional intelligence of the person. So it's strongly recommended that in order to address the listening of an individual, may it be a leader or an entrepreneur or a manager or the staff teams, etc., it is more it is more recommended to check into the emotional intelligence of the people rather than addressing listening as an independent competency. Hope that was a useful information. We'll see you soon with more insightful videos like this. Until then, thank you.